Hello, people of the internet. Today I will be driving this Ford LTD kind of luxury classic barge on the deserted map. Since these things have lovely soft suspension and they always cope with it quite well, better than the majority of modern cars do. So if we could turn the handbrake off and start going, we'll have a look round. Here you'll see we have a warehouse thingy, which hopefully I can get into. Might have knocked away with my car there. You'll see it's overflowing with sand, and that's because there's been a huge sandstorm or whatever and blown sand all over the place. If we stop here for a moment, we'll also see that we have kind of a shipping yard kind of place. Okay, now I've got my frame rate back, we can continue. Had an odd moment there. See, there's an old building there, and well, we shouldn't be going this way. It's not really designed for this kind of vehicle, so we can just back out and go around the long way. See, there's loads and loads of buildings. We're not actually at the very ground level because, as you'll see, there's been a huge sandstorm and all the water's dried up and things, and then there's not really been anything to do other than get out your building, as you do in a sandstorm. Kind of reminds me of Wall-E. Here you'll see we have some kind of old remains of a building, or something like that, or a castle. Quite nice actually. Shame it had to be eroded like that. Now let's drive along here, and that looks like a ramp to me. It probably isn't, but it looked like a ramp from over there. You'll see it's just a kind of building. We actually have some boats here, if the dust can ever settle. And a little building which looks like it might have been a boating place. Let's get closer to these little boats over here then, and see. Yeah, you'll see just little boats that kind of should be in the water, but there's no water. Here's another boat. I'll just try and get a view of it. And there's one sticking out of the ground. Loads of boats here. Now, if we can scale this kind of sandy bank, we can get up there, but I'm guessing this has got an open differential, which isn't exactly great at this stuff. So I think the best way to do it is kind of build some speed and then take a slightly different approach. That's my wheel going off, by the way. And we're going back where I came from. Yeah, it's an easy place to climb. What do we have here? This looks like a kind of buried building. Interesting. I think we can drive around this area while we're up here. Might as well. You'll see there's the building we were just on the other side of. We have some other bits and bobs up there. We have another building back there. And here we have what looks like an abandoned pub or something. I don't know, that's what I take out of it. And what looks like some kind of windmill. Can't really see that well though. So I think we'll start going back, go around this side of this building. You'll see again, the floor is somewhere down there. Like, we would probably be able to drive in that normally, but not in this particular case. I wonder if we can drive through this thing. I don't think it's got the clearance for a car, but we could try. Oh, we're making it in. Just about. Just about made it in. So let's turn our headlights on and get a legendary kind of photo here, which I can use as my thumbnail. And I've also realised I've somehow damaged my bumper here. Not too sure how that could have happened. Might have been when I knocked into a building or something. Either way, it's not mechanical damage, so we can hopefully just back out of here and keep going on our kind of tour, should I say. Just try not to hit anything that'll put our car out of commission. And then we can go around this way. So there's the other building. It's more or less the same thing, so there's not much point in me going around there. And here we have another town. There the trees I was trying to get up to before, so we'll just drive down this way in a bit too much speed, but thankfully we have lovely soft suspension that can take it, as you do in most of these classic muscle barges. So surprisingly enough, just look at this front end. We can probably turn the lights off now. You'll see it's barely damaged at all. Same for the rear end. Remember, we were going through some pretty extreme kinds of bumps there, and it just took it. The only thing that may be damaged is the bonnet, but I think we've just loosened that. Try and close it. I'm not sure if that's done its job of it. If we scroll and increase the pressure. Oof. That was very harsh. Not sure that's going to hold it down, but it may stay down a little better now. It was worth a try. Anyway, we can continue driving, and we're in high range. It is an automatic transmission in here, but then that's the kind of transmission you want in a car like this. You don't want it to go and spin the wheels all over the place. Got some interesting things up here though, as you'll see. I'm not too sure what it is. It's almost like one of those military airfield things where they store their airplanes, and oh dear. Coming at that from an awkward angle, I felt like I was going to hit the wall. Right, I think we'll just back up out of here. It would be fun to drive on the roof, but I don't think we have the suspension for it. And we lost another hubcap. Not sure if we even have any hubcaps left now. This looks like it might have been a beach or something again, because there's a watchtower there of sorts. And we also have that says BeamNG. I thought it said by and large for a moment. Going all wally. You see these buildings we can drive inside. They're not the most capacious in terms of space, but we can drive through them and then do a little spin because it's spun up the rear wheels, and we can get round and hopefully not crash. Over here we have some other bits and bobs. I do like the fallen down lamppost thing. Very nice touch there. Just look to the left, we'll see a small building, not much there. A lot of these buildings are reused from other maps, but that's okay. I mean, they've been used in such a way that they work. Okay, so it looks like I can see an observatory thing up ahead, so we'll go and drive across the bridge and look at that. And yeah, this bonnet is not held on. I'm surprised the way I was throwing it round though, that was the only thing that went. Here you'll see some extra buildings. They look a little better condition than the others. Given that it's supposed to be quite an old town, I would have liked to see some wear and tear on them. But then it is only an alpha, so it'll probably be added later, if the developer of the map wants to. Here we have a fuel station. We can just stop off here quickly. Ooh. I wasn't really looking where I was going, I just flew into the sign. And that's not what you want to be doing. So we can pretend we're somehow fueling up at a decommissioned fuel station. And then we can go along this bridge. See some more buildings up there, we'll come back to them. And because this is kind of wooden surfacing and it's much harder than the sand, you can pick up a decent speed. You'll see here I'll get 50 miles per hour. Might not sound like a lot, but remember this isn't a Formula 1 car or anything like that. What we have there is a huge window actually. That's interesting. And there is our little observatory, which isn't actually that little. And I don't really want to be on this side of the sandbank and whoa, almost crashing this. So we've got to try and back up. Well, that worked. Found some traction in that. And then I can't really see where I'm going, but we can go across the bridge, or we can go down here. It's kind of an alternative method because there's no water. You'll see I'm going to have to go quite fast because we've not got the off-roader kind of car you need to just climb it at a slower pace. We just need to use the momentum to climb it. And we'll have a look at some of these buildings now. Kind of a residential zone by the looks of it. And you'll see, quite nice. There's no street. This doesn't look like it's actually that high off the ground though. You can still see the steps that lead into the house. There's a car, so that should give you an idea of how high we are above the ground level. You do see the odd car like that on this map. It's good to see my car isn't watting like that. Here it looks like you can just go down into the desert. So I think we'll have a quick drive around here, but there's nothing really to see. I mean, it's a desert. There's some interesting bumps, but that's about it. So you'll see a mirrors vibrating crazily. There is another area to the right, I'll go there slightly later. But for now, whoa, we can go back into the town and see there's a huge skyscraper there we can have a look at. Just got to try and keep the momentum up to make sure we can get up this hill, and there we go. We're in a similar place to where we were now. There you'll see is the fuel station and some buildings on the left. Not really a point in me changing the camera for those, though. You can see it all as it is. Here we have some more buildings that look kind of like shops. I'm surprised the windows wouldn't have broken actually. When you've got quite large glass windows, you'd think either a wind or the sand would break them. So we have some more bits around here. There is our large kind of skyscraper area. There's another car on the ground, I've got to avoid that. You see, it's kind of a fairly mid-sized town. We've not got loads and loads of buildings, not like Generic City had back in the day when that was still downloadable. Whereas now we've got this. It's a very nice map to explore though. You see, I think we've been down there, I think that's the boat place. So I'll just keep exploring around here and have a see what's up this hill if I can ever crawl up it enough. It has got some pace behind it, I just have to try and keep some of that pace up in order to climb. And we're back at this place where we were before, okay. What we might be able to do though is finally get onto the roof of this building. Yes, we can. No need to thank me. I love how the sand is kind of blown in between the buildings though, like this isn't a proper surface but you can still drive on it. Now I'm going to make a stupid decision and try and get through there. Oh yeah, we've done it. Soft suspension is very useful there. So I think we've got just about all we need to see there. And my fuel tank is ruptured. Nothing's on fire though, interestingly enough. Okay, so here we have a slightly better view of some of the taller buildings, as you'll see. Now I think we want to go this way. Hopefully avoid all the wrecked cars. And have a look at this area down here. Now I think we're going to need to pick up some speed. Yeah, at the same time we need to find somewhere we can get through, since it looks like it's almost a solid wall there. And come on, you can do it. There we go. I think that's the place we started, if I'm not wrong. It looks like it. You'll see we have shipping containers there. Hopefully I can get through this. Oh, there. That's close. That's too close. Almost. Here we have our little boat, though, in a shipping yard. I really like the design of this area. You see, I can't see much with this huge bench seat obstructing my view. We'll see, basically, this is a place we've started. Still some buildings here. Got some kind of scaffolding there. Almost like the shipping yard in the vanilla BeamNG, only it's been completely abandoned. Now I think this is the place we started actually. I'm not sure though. Here we have a kind of another industrial building. And I don't know where I'm going. Need to get into right gear. The automatic is convenient here. You might be able to get a manual of this car, but I just like it as an automatic. Because it's just a cruiser really. It's not supposed to be a really aggressive DTM derived performance monster. And I'm falling into this sand pit. I do want to see the boat, so hopefully, just hopefully I can find the traction to get up here again. I mean, these things are surprisingly good off-road. Like, they do surprise me. You wouldn't think this would be as good as it is, especially since it's got an open differential on the rear, to my knowledge. You'd think it would really struggle, but it's just fine. Now, if we keep traversing around the outside, you'll see there is these, huge silos, do you call them? And we're falling down, oh dear. Kind of doing amateur drifting now. I'm just trying to climb this sandbank. Okay, can we find the grip? Come on. You can do it. Whoa, I think we've got somewhere with this, have we? Right, it's spinning up the wheels. I don't even know really where I'm going anymore. Okay, so we're going this way. If I can find enough grip. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just need to find the boat. Here we might have a place we can get up. Yes, please. Please. Oh no. Just as I say, it's surprisingly good off-road as well. It has to make me slide down every surface. Ah, I need to find where the boat's hiding though. I think we're somewhere around where it's hiding, but I can't really get where I want to get to. Right, we're making it up here. We are actually making it up. Just about, but we've made it up. Here again. Right, that's a warning though. Be careful where you go. So I think we could get around this kind of area. Ooh, here's a shipping zone again. We can go through this kind of alleyway now. And look at the boat. Ooh, there we go. You see there's a lot of nice details to this boat actually. Like, they didn't have to go into such effort to design all the tiny details, but they have. That's the interesting thing. And we really struggle up these hills. I mean, there is a way to get up them in this vehicle. It's not horrible off-road. It just can't off-road as you might expect, say, a Roma to. Mind, I'm pretty sure this is no worse than a rear-wheel drive Roma on this kind of surfacing. The all-wheel drive ones, yeah, they'll sure beat it, but not the rear-wheel drive with its open differential. Now we can hopefully go through this if we can find enough momentum in the vehicle. There we go. And I think I've explored all there is to explore, really. I'll just have a look around this kind of area up here. Just double check I've not missed anything, since I don't remember looking here in detail, and then I'll move on. Seriously, just we have a few industrial buildings, and then it looks like we can go back round here to the skyscrapers and stuff. We have another fuel station as well. So I think we're going to start this video's end the same place we started the video's start. If I can even put words together. And that is my weird door, by the way. Anyway, until next time, goodbye, until another day.